Hi, this is Kenny Wayne Shephard. I'm over at The Hang, so why don't you guys drop by and check me out? Well, I'd imagine that right after seeing Stevie for the first time and walking away from the show, I pretty much had all the inspiration I needed, to pick up the guitar. I can just remember begging for a guitar for the next 6 months till I finally got one for Christmas, and it was probably the best Christmas I ever had. I feel most comfortable being stuck right in the middle between Stevie Ray and Jimi Hendrix because I think my music has more of an edge than Stevie's. It's a little more hard, but it's not quite as psychedelic as Hendrix. Well, sometimes being categorized in the blues category does tend to put up some walls for us to have to break down. I am a blues guitar player, but my music, I think, is more roots rock. I mean, it definitely has an edge to it, and it's just, based from the blues because that's where I learned how to play the guitar was from blues players and listening to the blues and growing up. But it can, be a burden sometimes because there's a lot of people that are kind of closed-minded and they hear the blues and they instantly back away, whereas they don't know what they're missing. Well, I'd say, the most intimidated I've ever been on stage was by two people, B.B. King and James Brown. James Brown was just pretty, I don't know, it's just out of respect with him, I just didn't want to step on anybody's toes, so I just kind of laid back. But with B.B., he put me on the spot. It was like we were playing and jamming together, and right in the middle of the song, he drops his hand and the whole band stops and he says, "Play your guitar, son." And it was like just me in front of all those people and BB. And, it definitely made my stomach drop to the ground. Well, the Gap commercial was something that I'm very proud of. I mean, I think it was a great ad campaign that the Gap had going on at the time, and I was glad to be a part of it. It was a lot of really good exposure for me, and it's a brand that I grew up wearing, and definitely, I have no problem endorsing. Well, I think Les Claypool from Primus was a very interesting guest for us to have, and he's a great guy. And all it took was just us asking him if he wanted to play, and he was all for it. But he played on "Oh Well," and I mean, he played on a couple of other songs that didn't make the album too. But I mean, he just came in there and just blew everybody away. He's a real amazing bass player. The one thing that I'm concentrating on improving right now is my vocal abilities. I'm really looking into to developing my voice further and really getting ready to kind of step up to the plate and start trying to take over some responsibilities on the vocals.